Alright, in this tutorial we're going to be multiplying two binomials together. Now, binomials are types of polynomials that specifically have two terms within them. And essentially when you're multiplying binomials, you are using kind of an advanced method of distribution by multiplying two terms together. So when you're multiplying the binomials, you have, let's say, an a plus b in your first one, and not an a C plus D, so they could be different terms. C plus D. Now there are four total terms within this multiplication problem, and you have to make sure that you are multiplying every single term times the other one, both of the terms, if that makes sense. So you're taking your A and you're multiplying it by both your C and your D. You're taking your B and multiplying it by both your C and your D. When you were in grade school, you learned how to multiply two-digit numbers together. And you also took into account the place digits. So you took your 4 times 7 to get 28. You carried it over the 2 times 7 to get 14, and you added the 2 to get 16. So that's 4 times 7 and 20 times 7. And then you also did your 4 times 3, and then the 2 times 3. So you're multiplying every single one of these numbers together from the 24 and into the 37, and then you were crisscrossing as well. That is essentially what you are doing here. So there's two different ways that I want you to be aware of that you can organize your binomials together. The first one is called the box method. Now when you take your box method, you're going to make a 2 by 2 box, and it's 2 by 2 for a reason, because we're multiplying two binomials. And you put, let's just throw in a random example, 1x plus 4 times x minus 6. You're going to take your terms and you're going to line them up where one of your binomial terms is on top, one of your binomial terms is on the left. Now, whenever you find something inside one of these boxes, you just multiply what's above it and what's next to it. So x times x is going to give you x squared. This next one, x times 4, is 4x. Down here, negative 6 times x is negative 6x. And the bottom right, negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. You will have some things that you can combine together. So if you write it all out, x squared plus 4x minus 6x, then minus 24. Usually the two terms that you're going to be combining together are these, the 4x and the negative 6x, and when you combine those together, you get a negative 2x. And it's written in standard form, your highest degree first, then your next lowest, then your next lowest, and that's it. That's your multiplication problem. The other method that you need to be familiar with is called FOIL, and FOIL is an acronym where each of the letters stand for the things that you're going to multiply. So F stands for first, O stands for outer, I stands for inner, and L stands for last. So that just tells you which things to multiply in which order. So if we're going to multiply our x plus 4 times our same x minus 6 that we used in the previous problem, first would be x times x, because these are the first two terms in each of our binomials, and x times x is x squared. We're going to get the same answer that we did previously, it's just a different way to organize our terms together. O stands for outer, so we're going to be multiplying x times negative 6x. I stands for inner, which is 4 times x. And L stands for last, which is 4 times negative 6. Notice how, again, these are the exact same terms, and they're going in that order. Negative 6x plus 4x combined to give you your negative 2x. So you're either going to be using kind of a more visual representation in the box method, or somewhat more formulaic, or just memorizing an acronym to help you know which two terms to multiply. So I'm going to use the box method for the first one. So we're going to put our 3n and our 3 up top, and then our 3n and our 1 over here to the left. So 3n times 3n. Following our exponent rules, you multiply the 3's together to get 9. You multiply the n's together to get n squared. 3n times 3 is 9n. 3n times 1 is 3n, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now when you add these two like terms together, your 9n and your 3n, you get 12n. So we're going to be adding in our final answer 9n squared plus 12n plus 3, and you've multiplied the two binomials together. Now for the next one, I'm going to FOIL these together. So the first is going to be w times 4w, 4w squared. Outer is w times -2 to get -2w. Inner, 4 times 4w to get 16w. And last, 4 times -2 to get -8. The two things we're going to add are in the middle. -2w plus 16w is going to give us 14w, and we bring down our outside terms from there. So this is just a way to organize again. What do you multiply, in what order, which two things do you combine, and no matter which method you use, you're going to get the exact same answer.